joined today by Russell Davis, Chairman, and Simon Ely, Executive Director of M3. Guys, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Good to meet you, David.
Firstly, Russell, the people are really important when it comes to a company such as M3. Can you tell us a little bit about the experience that's going to drive the growth of this company?
Sure, David. Well, Simon is the backbone of the company. He's had a lot of experience in building resources companies, and Egan Street certainly was a major success in recent times. And Simon has also essentially put together this M3 and into the company it is today. Will be in the future.
And yourself, you've got great pedigree when it comes to the resources sector.
I'm an exploration geologist by trade. I love exploration. I've built a couple of companies now, including Gold Road, Syndicated Metals, and I've been with Hammer now for about 8 to 10 years. And these are two of my favourite metals, copper and gold, so I view this as a really exciting venture.
Talking about the project, Simon, what attracted you to these two projects?
Well, for me, it was very simple with Victoria Bore. Victoria Bore is a project that I've had my eye on for coming up 12 years now, and it was originally in Egan Street. It fell out of Egan Street with the takeover by Silver Lake a little while ago. It became available and we pegged it. After a very quick conversation with Russell, who had the Edgertina tenements in obviously one of the best jurisdictions and locations, neighbourhoods in the world, it was a pretty simple discussion to try and combine the two to make what is now M3. Vic Bore just is a early stage project that's never really been properly assessed. Edgertina has had some work on it. It just needs some serious follow-up work with the likes of Russell and his team and the people that he'll bring to advance what we think is some pretty exciting prospects.
Both have exceptional infrastructure access and in a great jurisdiction, being in Western Australia.
Yes, well, Vic Bore in particular is right alongside the Northwest Coastal Highway. It's I think 2 or 3 kilometres directly off the prospects we're looking at the moment, 2 or 3 kilometres off the highway, serviced by reasonably good access roads, and all the facilities within an hour or two's drive. So it's very, very simple, very straightforward, and relatively virgin in terms of exploration work out there, which is surprising given the location.
And Edgertina?
Edgertina again, I mean, Russell knows that one like the back of his hand. It's his backyard. Again, serviced well by highways. Again, it's some dirt roads out to the prospects. There's reasonable infrastructure around, and indeed serious services, obviously, in the town of Kalgoorlie.
In terms of the commodities themselves, gold and copper, very attractive both to an investor but also to yourselves. What drew you to these commodities?
Well, I'm a gold bull. I think it was safe to assume that Russell is a gold bull as well. I've been, most of my successes come from gold or gold-related companies. It's something I know, and I suppose I've generated a bit of an instinct, for want of a better word, around it. And copper for me, with this EV push around the world, it's and combined with the old timers mining at Victoria Bore, the results they got, it was a pretty simple story, I think, to try and combine the two.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, gold's just a wonderful metal to explore for and to find. It's just a very exciting metal to get into. I mean, copper is the backbone of modern society, really.
Yes.
And the demand growth for copper is forecast to be very strong. You can see that in the current copper price at the moment. And with governments printing so much money, you can see the strength in gold for some time to come as well. So I think the two metals to be in at the moment, that's for sure.
Yep.
Do you pinch yourself when you look at the fact you've got two exciting projects in a very safe, sovereign environment, so well endowed with infrastructure? It's almost unheard of when you see people going off to far-flung Africa and everywhere else around the world, but here you are in Western Australia, near known mining jurisdictions with exciting projects.
Absolutely. I mean, Western Australia is still underexplored. I mean, even Edgertina, which you would think would have had decades of exploration, once you actually have a closer look at it, a lot of the early work was shallow, ineffective. A lot of it's under cover, thin cover, so the old timers wouldn't have found things. So there's still a lot of opportunity there if you just dig a little deeper.
Talking of digging deeper and opportunity, you've just raised in excess of $4 million through the IPO. What's the workload going to look like over the next 6 months across these two projects?
4.6 million. It's going to be fairly intensive, David. We've had people out on site both projects recently, so we expect to be hitting the boards soon, and the results of some of that work will be announced to market, as and when it becomes available. But there's a fair bit of on-ground work, soil sampling and the like, probably some more geophysics to be done, and then certainly following up with the drill program. We've already developed a drill program for Victoria Bore, or Russell has, I should say, and we're ground-proofing that at the moment. So the next stage will be the same, a similar exercise with Edudina, and we'd expect to be drilling certainly within 2 or 3 months, at most 6 months from listing.
Yeah, certainly Victoria Bore is a walk-up drill target. I mean, you have old workings there where they mine some high-grade supergene material, but it's never been drilled, so the sulphide zone's never been tested. So there's some, certainly you can just go up and drill that straight away. And there's also 2 strong EM anomalies down dip of the workings, and also another one to the north, which have never been drilled. So yeah, VB will be first off the rank in terms of drilling, and it's got walk-up drill targets.
So you've both had extreme success in the resources sector and achieved great results for shareholders. M3 Mining, what excites you about this company and what it could achieve?
Well, I think we've got an amazing group around us, obviously led by Russell. We've got some pretty serious geological support in addition to Russell, a very strong advisory team, a very tight structure. We're obviously well funded. We both know how to run companies very lean, so there'll be very little leakage, for want of a better word. And we're also, I suppose, a bit of a funnel for projects as well. So I think we'll be presented numerous opportunities to bolt on to what we've got that could be quite a step change for the company, and we've got the structure to do so. I think it's a really interesting group of people that have got behind us that want to see us do what we've done before, basically.
Yeah, I think Simon's very good at doing deals, and we're very open to adding to our existing tenure around our existing projects, certainly that, and also looking at new opportunities as they arise.
Drill ready targets, 2 exciting projects, well funded, an experienced team with a great capital structure to help drive that value for shareholders. Russell, Simon, thanks for your time.
Thanks very much,
Thanks,
David.
Dave.
Cheers.